Hello and welcome back to the arcade, everyone. My name's Ace here to bring you guys the upcoming Tier 8 Soviet IS-2. This is the... Sorry, I, I wanted to start off the introduction with a little bit more energy, but I was struggling to put the video on full screen while I have the voice going over, because obviously I had these battles earlier in the morning, and I'm just preparing the video right now. So what you see me doing here is finishing off the IS-2-2, putting all of the pay-to-win stuff that at the moment I kind of wanted, I guess, on the tank, just to see how the performance would be based like complete maxed out. Now, I didn't fully max out all the crew. The reason I did that was because after this battle, we're going to have another battle where we go into a more free-to-play friendly version of the IS-2-2. And I believe that unless you're like a super dedicated person, if say you just unlock the KV3, you grind it, this tank is going to require, by the way, it's going to require 51,600 experience, okay? That's with no discounts, just straight off on release you guys need. So, you know, if you have your 52,000 free XP saved up, that's all you're going to need for this tank to unlock it. But I would recommend that you take the time and dust off your KV3 to run some battles. And from here until release date. Release date is almost certainly going to be early February because the test servers usually last only about a couple of weeks before patch release. Maybe a little sooner. Might get it. I don't think we'll get it by the end of January. That'd be a bit rushed because I do believe that the second iteration of the test server is going to bring the A-chamber balancing. This is going to be the first big patch of the year, so we're not going to be getting these tanks by the end of January. That's my bet. Now, that being said, after like early February, when these tanks release, you want to have your 52,000 experience saved up. Save it up on your KV3. Don't waste your free experience on the KV on unlocking it by not playing the KV3. Just go on your standard account and save up 52,000 XP on your KV3. Leave it there, and that should be it. Actually, you know, I realized that mine, I never unlocked my KV4, so at least it's, for me, it's just standard experience at this point. What you saw me doing there was also firing the double barrel gun. That's the goal of this test. This first round of videos that we're doing here, we just kind of summarize what the tanks are all about, compare them to really maxed out crews, not minus a crew, but like really maxed out equipments, basically if you want to go fully played. Now I know I know that this is very stupid. This was a very, very stupid play of me. I got punished very hard for making that bad play. And honestly, it's because I was just, this is my third battle. This is my third battle. We're not yet used to the double barrel things. Unlike many people on the servers out during the winter break, I did not actually manage to get a double barrel IS from the loot boxes. So this is my very first time playing with a double barrel function. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to it, not a lot. I get a lot better as the matches go on. I realized a few more gimmicks here and there, and that's the point of these test servers, right? And that's the point of running, getting on, maybe take a I don't know, half a day, and download the test server and just come online and check it out for yourself and see if it's going to be a playstyle that you're going to be comfortable. Me, I'm looking forward to them. I'm excited because they look funky. They look funky, but there's a lot of silly things to these things. There's a lot of satisfaction. I am not a DPM type of person. I enjoy huge hitting alpha damage. That's why I love my FB for 005 and why I play my favorite tanks are the T95 and the 60TP. I have them all tricked out with all food and everything. You know, like I spoil those tanks a lot. They are not your standard DPMs. They don't do a lot of damage, and these tanks actually have very good DPM, but only if you use them as single shot tanks. If you're using them as single fire, you will eventually rack up damage. I did not. This was a very tragic battle. It is going to be the first loss out of, you know, for the upcoming battles that we play on the other tiers. Again, really bad plays. I realized I could have gone up north instead of staying on the southern end of the map, fighting a losing battle with people that are just like me. They're just goofing around on the test server because I don't know why someone would want to be testing out a defender and also a standardized 3. Everyone is on this server for a reason. More often than not, some people are just here to have fun. A lot of people are here to test tanks that, not necessarily the new tanks, but they're here to test out, you know, like maybe their next tier up tank, or maybe they're in a tech tree right now that they're not feeling too confident about it. They want to see what the yield will be once they reach higher tiers. That's what everyone does in this server, and it's completely fine. I honestly don't understand why people get frustrated. Some people get angry in battles because it's a test server. Like, it doesn't affect any of your stats. Whatever you do in the server will be reset after this test is done, and when the new iteration comes out, you're gonna have to start from scratch. So honestly, don't get why people get frustrated. That being said, IS-22, is it going to be worth playing? Like, if they just released it right now, do I think it's a good tank? I think it's a very balanced tank right now. I think the most garbage thing about it is the hull. Not gonna bounce anything on the hull. You're going to be bouncing tier 6s, tier 7s. Tier 8s, firing standard rounds, and also premium rounds are going to go through the hull like butter. Your turret, however, turret can contest the tiers. They can contest. Their turret is almost never going to be penetrated by a tier 6, even firing premium rounds. Tier 7s are not going to go through your turrets. I can't show you guys this kind of gameplay because, well, no one is testing anything except tier 8's premiums and the tier 9 and the tier 10. The tier 9 actually was really difficult for me to get into a match because everyone is playing either tier 8 or tier 10, and so what the matchmaker will do is they will try its very, very hardest to put you in a fair balanced match, right? So if there's 100 tier 10s, it will make 10 battles of just tier 10s. So that is the bond equipment that you see me taking off, because again, it's a test server. We can burn our bonds like no tomorrow and have no sort of repercussions to our standard account. We are playing, also I realized that out of the NA server, not a lot of people are actually playing from NA. There's like, I would say 70% Russians, the other 30% is compiled of like 25% Europe, and then 5% is NA. So I do feel a little special making this video for you guys in the NA server, because that is where I play, and you know, I don't see a lot of people out there testing it out. So you get to see me showing you guys the statistics here. We did see the statistics before I took off the bond, and that was my mistake, a recording mistake. Again, this is the first video. I made it really early in the morning. I was kind of like, I was very excited just to play. I honestly just wanted to play the tank more than just make the video, because it's a lot of fun. I want to goof around and just keep two-shotting people, just popping shells left and right. I know that everyone is going to tell me, hey, these tanks are not meant to be double barrel. Like, they're double barrel, but they're situational. Probably when Quickie Baby comes out with a video, he's going to tell you, guys, make sure that you're firing single shots and that you're not wasting your shells by using them to speed boost yourself through the map, because you will have very, very expensive repair bills at the end of the battles, and also be very ineffective. And that is very, very true. That's all very, very true. Me, however, that's not going to apply to me even on the regular server, because I'm going to use these tanks for satisfactory runs. Like, whenever you're having like a really shitty grind and just gonna hop on one. I'm just gonna hop onto one of these videos. Sorry, videos, tanks. I'm gonna hop onto one of these tanks, and then just go into the match, guns blazing, double barreling anyone that gets in my way, as long as I'm top tier. And as you can see, we're in another just tier 8 match. So everything on the enemy team can hurt us, and we can hurt everything on the enemy. That is also what I really think that makes this tank so balanced, that even facing itself, it's not broken, right? Like, you will penetrate another IS-2. The IS-2 will penetrate you back, and it's not gonna matter. As long as you angle your hull a bit, if the IS-2, you're gonna see an instance where I actually bounce. I believe I bounce APCR rounds off of an IS-2 trying to double barrel me, and the reason I bounced was just simply because I have my hull angle and he didn't. So you can pull off bounces as long as you're top tier. Again, I will stress this: tier 9s and tier 10s will go through you like it's like you don't even exist. Tier 10 is going to go through your turret like butter. The tier 10 tank destroyers are going to shred you in anywhere, in any place that they shoot you at. That's the summary of the hold on. This tank, I believe, has 100 and it's got a turret of, it's got like a 200mm turret, if I'm correct. 200mm, and then it will have the sides of the tank, I believe, are like 80. The front of the hull is roughly somewhere around there, somewhere around 150 or so. So you're not going to actually be miraculous bounces unless you like over angle or something. Just don't expose your hull as much as possible. Yeah, we tried to put off 2 shots there on that IS that was giving us his entire broadside. We failed because I'm also getting used to the fact that when you commit to firing the guns, you can't hold. You have to fire. You have to fire the guns. Unless you let go of the trigger. If you let go of the trigger, it will cancel out. But as long as you have your finger on it, if you're thinking, oh, this guy is gonna pop around the corner, I'm gonna have it ready. You can't do that. You have to predict when the opposing tank is going to come out of the turret. Like, see, there's the IS. Now we both loaded. He loaded a little earlier than me. I loaded just in time before he started to back off. He should have actually backed off as he was firing, but you know, as you're firing, as you're moving, so your dispersion values like get exponentially larger. Whatever, he took some damage, I took some damage. It was just like about 30-something difference in damage that I got, that I received more than him. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's our first. That is our first double barrel hit. And he's coming back for more. So now we angle, and he bounces, and I don't bounce. And we track him, and now he's going to also bounce. Got another contestant. Our gun is loading here. Now you can see there on their loading screen. You see that the first shell took me. It took me about 14 seconds. Sorry, it took me about 15 or so seconds to load the first shell. It takes a total of 15.8 seconds to load everything. That's what our indicator is showing us. Now it's going to show us that after we fired the gun, it's going to take us 19.5 seconds to get back into the battle. So 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds after you fired 2 shells before your 2 shells are ready to go again. 20 seconds at standard high roll of 700, say, you consistently get 700 rolls. In a minute, you will be doing 2100 damage, right? So 2100 is your DPM. The base DPM of this tank is actually 2250. That is by single shotting. If you fire both your guns all the time, you're hitting the tanks that you're firing at, you will be doing 2,100 damage on, like, as on a high roll. On a standard roll, you'll probably be doing 1,900, 2,000. So you're kind of sacrificing a lot of DPM in the long run of a battle just to be firing the tank every 2 shells. But if you've already played the IS-3 to, I think it's called, right, the double barrel tank, the premium that came out with the holiday, if you've already played that tank, you're fine. Like, you know this, you already know the tricks and gimmicks, and it's basically just going to be more of the same. But man, it feels so good when you actually get to put a shell into these tanks as you double barrel it. Anyway, that's basically the rundown, okay? IS-22, is it worth it? Yes, I think it's going to be a really fun line to pull up. Remember, you're going to need 51,600 experience. It can be either free experience if you already have your KB4, you grind it up to the shit IS-4. If you don't, just play the KB3 until you get to 52,000 experience. Leave it on your KB3. Don't unlock the KB4. When release comes out, you will be able to purchase yourself an IS-22 right off the bat. This, of course, is not a stock tank. We were playing with the tank fully maxed out. That is what I would use my free experience to get up, right? You're going to need roughly about 100,000 experience in total. So you want your 52,000 experience in your KB3 and your 50,000 experience for maxing out the tank right off the bat. Now, as you can see, I'm showing you here the results. Look, we made a profit and just standard account. We're not playing on premium on the test server. You saw that we were top 3 on the experience, and we were top 2nd on damage, next to the IS-3, the IS-22, I think, or 3 or something like that. Whatever. Whatever the case, we actually we performed in the top 5 with the team, right? So we weren't useless. We did contribute. Now here you see me showing you guys exactly what I'm talking about. 52,000 experience, and you're going to need that, you know, your standard tier 8 millions to unlock it. So we're going to, on the next video, we're going to check over the IS-3 too, and then on the final one we'll see the ST2. And that's basically been it for me, guys. Thanks so much. I will see you next time.